Hi, I just thought of another story and wanted to share with you. Okay, so back in 2004, I drew this dream house picture with pens. And it was a group of us, and we were doing vision boards and drawing our dream house. And so in my dream house, there's always trees on each side of the house, and then there's it's in the hills, the house, and then there's the peak mountains with snow-capped peak mountains in the background. And then in front of the house, there's usually like a winding path down to water. And then there's a dock and a boat. And then my parrot is on there on her perch, and my dog and my guy. And there's everybody's stick people, stick figures, because that's how I draw. So I did that. Then at the time of this particular group of us, it was at our house where I was living at the time. So I gathered my papers together, and I just basically walked down the hall to my room, and I wanted to put up on my wall my dream house picture so I could look at it. And I couldn't find the paper. I couldn't find it. And so I went back out to the family room, and I looked around, and I looked back through my papers, and it wasn't there. And then I started looking in weird places that it wasn't. And I never found it. I never found the paper. Over the years, since 2004, I occasionally would think about that. That is one of the weirdest things that I've ever experienced. It was something dematerialized or something. So in 2015, August 2015, I went to Northern Georgia to go to this spiritual studies school called Delphi University. And I was super excited to go. And I'm from California. I've lived there my entire life. And I wanted the experience of doing something over on the other side of the United States. So it was actually the end of May of 2015 that I went. And the first time I was there about a month. And the first day I was there, driving from the airport, the Atlanta airport up there, when we got there, she dropped us off in the rooms that we were staying in. There's some different buildings with different buildings, and then the bedrooms and the bathrooms and the classrooms and the kitchen and all that stuff. So I was I put all my stuff down, really excited. The girl that was going to be in my first class, her room was across the hall from mine. We went and checked out her room, and she had a really neat deck out the back that you look down onto a creek or a small river. It was amazing, with trees and pines and all sorts of neat, pretty scenery. And so I was like, okay, I want to go explore. And so I went outside. I went down below the house, walked along the creek, little river, and then I came up, and now I'm looking up at the house, and I was looking up at the house, and I couldn't believe my eyes, because I was seeing the house that I drew. And when I was drawing this house, in my dream house, I have images in my mind of what my dream house would look like. And as I was drawing this structure, I, for some reason, felt like doing a really big 2-story, a big rectangle of a building. And I was like, does not look like my dream house whatsoever. But I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep going. And then I had this sort of pathway coming down the house, and it was up on a hill. And in my dream house, I want to put a pool because it's my dream house. And but I was like, wait, I can't put a pool right there. It's too steep. And then I thought, I could do whatever I want. This is my dream. I could do whatever I want. But I didn't put it in there. I was like, oh, it just can't fit a pool right there. And I thought that was really interesting that I thought that. And so like I said all the other stuff. So as I'm looking up at this structure, I see why I couldn't put the pool in there. It's like there's just too steep right there. I mean, there's this wooden staircase coming down this, like down the back of this house building down to the river. And I took a couple pictures. I have taken, and I've been back up to this, my school a few times after, and I always have to go and check out that view again. And I'm just so blown away by that experience. I mean, in my lifetime of, mystical experiences, that is definitely one of the top experiences that I've ever had. That were it's just super profound. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes, and I still can't. So I don't know what that was about. I had sort of like what was it, like a precognitive art experience. I don't know. I mean, at the school that I go to, the spiritual studies school, they have a class called it's called Intura Art, and it's sort of like you go in sort of a meditative state where you're just really relaxed and breathe a little bit and slow your thoughts down, and then you just start drawing what comes to you, and then you draw for a little while, and then you put it down somewhere, like on a shelf or up on your a dresser or something, and then you'll come back to it and add more to it. And as you come back to it, sometimes it's been added to, like there's more to it. And I haven't experienced that, but I have experienced that, this experience where I don't know, I never found my picture, and it was literally like I walked down the hallway and looked for it, and it was gone. That's just, unique. So wanted to share that experience. So look for me on my my YouTube channel. It's called Exploring the Paranormal with Trisha Brown. A friend of mine said, you should tell your stories because not everybody gets to go do what you do, and maybe never get to go to where you've been. And I'm like, I know, I am telling my stories. I put them on my Facebook page. I have a Facebook group called Paranormal Spiritual Mystical Experiences, and I'm going to be putting up my, I have a business Facebook page that I'm going to start with my, I'm going to be starting to offer to more people now my personal growth and spiritual growth teaching, coaching, work with people, because people are like telling me that how I've been guiding them or giving them some helpful information is helping them. Like it's giving them like that puzzle piece that they didn't even know that they needed, or they do need, and they just need some guidance. So that's what I've been doing. So if you'd like to find out more about what I'm talking about, go ahead and send me a message on Facebook and tell me that you watched this video, and maybe you can say like what I'm wearing right now, so that I know that you really did see this video. All right, so bye.